ever seen a cowboy before? What did the cowboy look like? What did he have on? Has anybody ever dressed as a cowboy for Halloween?
When I started Mississippi First, we were one of only 11 states in the country without a state-funded pre-K program. Why is Mississippi always last in these types of things that would help us improve? Why are we one of only 11 states when the research is so clear? And that's where the idea to try to pass a bill for early learning came from.
In 2013, working with Mississippi First, we drafted and debated and passed the first early education bill in the state of Mississippi that had public support.
The way that it works is it sets a standard for what quality looks like, but it's agnostic in terms of who provides the program.
The early learning collaboratives are locally designed early learning environments. The legislation wanted to make sure that the community was involved and that everybody was working together. Head Start, child care, public school, private school.
What we care about is quality, and whoever can provide quality, we're willing to let you come into the system.
We've always wanted to make sure there was access and there was equity, so that no matter where a child lived, no matter what their circumstances were, they would have equal access to high quality early childhood education.
There's an organization called the National Institute for Early Education Research that has put out 10 research-based benchmarks about what quality looks like for state-funded pre-K programs. And when we wrote this law in 2013, it was very, very, very important to us to make sure that the law required that the Mississippi program meet all 10 benchmarks.
We're one of the 6 states in the nation that meet those near quality benchmarks. The programs go through a process of what we call the rate of readiness and the monitoring component. In the rate of readiness, we have 3 different pieces of that. 25% of that rate of readiness is based off of our kindergarten readiness assessment, which is a literacy assessment with a little bit of numeracy in it. The other piece of it is the Brigance assessment, which is a screener that looks at all developmental domains of a child. The last 50% of the rate of readiness is their class scores. And class is an observational tool that we use that measures the interaction between the teacher and the child or the children in the classroom. It really comes down to developmentally appropriate practice in the classroom and quality instruction.
So they're learning all this through play, and they have so much fun doing it. But it has made a difference. Our kids now that are in the 3rd grade were our first group that did 3- and 4-year-old, and their scores have just gone up so much.
My own child came here, and so she started in the 4-year-old program. She's now in 3rd grade, and just seeing what she's doing as a student, the foundation that she got in preschool is what I probably got in 1st grade. It makes a tremendous impact on what they're able to do, and so it makes me very passionate to see it in my own child and know that we're able to deliver that to so many others.
We've been one of the highest scoring collaboratives in terms of the students' growth. That's the name of the game. We want the students to grow. We want them to grow and flourish in kindergarten, but we want them to grow and flourish in 1st grade and beyond. And so the data speaks for itself. We have been successful. From the pre-test to the post-test each year, we've seen tremendous growth in our students.
My passion is finding a way to push that so that every child in Mississippi has an opportunity to attend a public pre-K program.
People are continuing to apply. There's a need for the program. And so that's just a success story in itself, that you got a school district and a Head Start and some other community folks to come together and say this is a priority in our community and that this is what we want to do for our children.